special election broadcast in this election season, Election Unlocked, where we unlock all the big stories and newsmakers and tell you what's happening in the battleground states of the country. At the start, let me tell you that campaigning ended today in Rajasthan, one of the poll-bound states that will vote on Saturday. And it's been a campaign which has been high-pitched in Rajasthan, with allegations and counter-allegations flying thick and fast. Ashok Gehlot, Chief Minister, the focus of the Congress's campaign, its election mascot in a way. The BJP putting its best foot forward with Prime Minister Modi. He's been on the campaign trail in Rajasthan for the last 48 hours, travelling across the state in a last-minute pitch for the BJP. This is, of course, one of the states with a direct contest in a way between the Congress and the BJP. Battleground Rajasthan is also a state where today the Prime Minister launched an attack on the Congress by claiming that the party was victimizing Sachin Pilot because his father, the late Rajesh Pilot, had taken on the Gandhi family and the Congress leadership. Ashok Gehlot was quick to hit back, saying this was an attempt by the Prime Minister to try and divide the Congress party. The focus of all of this is the Gujjar vote. Remember, Gujjars are about 8 to 9% and influence about 30 to 35 constituencies, particularly in eastern Rajasthan. This is where the Congress did very well in 2018. With Pilot no longer in the Chief Minister's race, or so it would appear, the Prime Minister was preying on the divisions between the Gehlot and the Pilot camp. Why does the Gujjar factor matter so much? Take a look at one of our top stories, the Pilot factor.
Rajasthan votes on 25th November. Days before the voting in the literally last leg of the campaign, BJP hit Congress hard with the Prime Minister in his rallies, reminding people of how the former Deputy CM of the state has been, in his words, punished for his father Rajesh Pilot's political moves.
राजेश पायलट जी एक बार उन्होंने कांग्रेस के इस परिवार को कांग्रेस की भलाई के लिए चुनौती दी थी एक बार, फिर वो भी झुक गए थे। लेकिन ये परिवार ऐसा है कि राजेश जी को तो सजा दी, उसके बेटे को भी सजा देने में पड़े हुए हैं।
Sachin Pilot, in response, asked the Prime Minister not to bother with his future.
मेरे वर्तमान और मेरे भविष्य की चिंता किसी को करनी नहीं चाहिए। वो चिंता हमारी पार्टी और हमारी जनता करेगी और हमारा खूब ख्याल रखेगी। मुद्दों से ध्यान भटकाने के लिए इस प्रकार की बातें की जाती हैं। मुझे लगता है कि डेवलपमेंटल इश्यूज, वेलफेयर स्कीम्स और आपकी जो रिपोर्ट कार्ड है उसके आधार पर संवाद और चर्चा होनी चाहिए। वो करने से बीजेपी भागती है।
The current Chief Minister of Rajasthan indicated that this was BJP's last-minute ditch at splitting Gujjar vote of the state.
हमारे बीजेपी के लोग ही हैं जो राजस्थान पार्टी को लेकर आगे घसीट करके उनकी पार्टी ने 22 बार फायरिंग करी थी। 22 फायरिंग हुई है उस वक्त में सोयला में हुई थी, टोंक में, गरसाना में हुई, प्रसाद में, गुजरों में हुई है। कुल 22 फायरिंग में 72 गुजर मारे गए थे। 72 गुजर मारे गए थे। 12 दिन तो ऐसे पड़ी रही थी। मेरे वक्त में फायरिंग छोड़ो, मैंने लाठीचार्ज तक नहीं होने दिया। लाठीचार्ज नहीं होने दिया। ये किस मुंह से बात करते हैं हमारी?
But the Saffron Party did not stop. In a post on social media, barely hours before the campaigning was to end, BJP, quoting the Prime Minister, said that the Congress had issued several statements on the issue and even addressed press conferences, but had not answered the question raised by him. Rajesh Pilot passed away in 2000. He and his 46-year-old son belong to the Gujjar community that makes up 7% of the state's electorate. In 2018, Gujjars voted enthusiastically for Congress. The opposition is trying to find a crack in that loyal base of the grand old party.
Okay, let's move from Rajasthan to Telangana, where I am at the moment in Hyderabad, because remember, Telangana goes to the polls next Thursday, a week to go, and the campaigning is reaching frenzied pitch here too. Let me turn to some of the newsmakers of Telangana. I've been on the campaign trail with Rama Rao, the IT minister, BRS leader, son of Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, and many believe a future Chief Minister if the BRS wins. At a time when the party is being accused of family Raj, these and other questions were put by me to KTR as I travelled with him on his campaign trail to Nalgonda. Listen in. Reddy Rama Rao, 7 rallies you're doing in a day, virtually every day. Is that a sign in a way that you know this is a tough fight, that you need to travel to every piece of land of Telangana this time? Between you, your father, your sister, you all are trying to crisscross the state. Tough fight ahead.
Well, you know what? Every election, we try and cover as much ground as possible because that's our job. You know, you have to ensure that whatever good work you've done or whatever your manifesto is, whatever you would like to do in the next 5 years, that has to be enunciated, that has to be spelled out to as many people as possible. So, in the last stretch before an election, last 1 week or 10 days to an election, every political party does that. That doesn't necessarily mean the election is tough or easy. It's our job, so we do it the best possible way.
The reason I'm asking you this is your fighting history. No chief minister in South India ever has won 3 elections in a row. So while you talk of a hat trick, it's never happened before.
Well, KCR ji has a history of scripting a lot of new things in this country. No chief minister in the South or no leader in the South has been able to create a new state, or carve out a new state either. So for the first time in South India, a new state has been carved out since 1956. That was Telangana. And for the first time, KCR Garu will be scripting a new history as well by becoming a hat-trick chief minister.
You know, the sense is, though, that this time the challenge, particularly from the Congress, is a tough one. The Congress seems to have a belief, particularly after Karnataka, it has the momentum. So I speak to congressmen and they say, we will do to TRS what we did to the BJP in Karnataka. How do you respond? Do you accept that the Congress is posing under Revanth Reddy a huge challenge?
Well, the thing is, see, the elections are never about individuals. So I would not, give any importance to any individual, especially one who's lost his own constituency in 2018. I don't think he matters that much. But the fact is, there's a saying in Hyderabad, Begana Shadi mein Abdullah Diwana. Matlab, कर्नाटक में जीतने से यहाँ क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? कर्नाटक में आपने that's a different battleground, it's a different opponent. वहाँ पे थी बीजेपी, यहाँ पे है BRS. Two very different pitches, two very different kind of teams you're facing. It's like facing India in Wankhede versus Sri Lanka in Chinnaswamy Stadium. Two very different pitches, two very different teams. So to draw any kind of parallel is absurd. And secondly, we're a performing government. We've performed better than any other state in India in the last 9.5 years. Look at any indicator. We've done well. So there's no reason why Congress, which is a tried, tested and dusted commodity in Telangana, will be given another chance.
Let's come to specifics. When I speak to the opposition leaders, they cite 2 or 3 reasons why they believe that TRS or BRS should be on its way out. Number 1, they say this is KCR's and family versus Janta. That this is family Raj. There's KCR, there's his son, that's you, there's daughter Kavita, there's his nephew Harish Rao. All of you are running this government. People of Telangana have decided enough of family Raj.
Well, this is being said from a podium where Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are campaigning together. So isn't it ironical, and I think isn't it a big joke? Because the same Congress party that has clearly said that Udaipur declaration will be honoured for its own party ticket allotment cannot keep up its promises, to its own people.
No, but it's not just the Congress. Even Modi ji talks about family Raj, says it's time to end family Raj. And just because the Congress has the dynasty, why should KCR and family run the show. Telangana was not for one family, it was for the people.
India was also not for one family. India was not also for Gandhi family, isn't it? They have been ruling the roost from 1952 until now. So again, I can say the same thing about Gandhi family, but it's not about one family versus another. See, two things. If Modi ji says it, it's even funnier, because when he has Jyotiraditya Scindia, when he has Piyush Goyal and number of others who are also products of nepotism and dynasty in his own party and in his own cabinet, and most importantly, what is Amit Shah's son's qualification to be BCCI General Secretary? You played some cricket. I don't think he did. I don't think...
The question is, was Telangana set up 10 years ago to promote KCR and family's interests?
KCR's family didn't come in only after the formation of Telangana. We've been part and parcel of the agitation. We never ever in our wildest dreams assumed or believed that, there would be a time when I would become a minister. But the fact is, I'm elected by the people 4 times in a row now. This is my 5th election. The people are electing me. Last election I won with 89,000 votes majority. So now the people are electing me in a democracy. What problems should the opposition have, especially those who lost their own battlegrounds in their own states?
The second charge is corruption. Every time you speak to the opposition, they say KCR's party has made huge amounts of money. It's money power on every project, especially irrigation projects, construction projects, land acquisition. Large amounts of money have been made. It's the richest party in the country, and according to Rahul Gandhi, the most corrupt.
Well, Rahul Gandhi has this uncanny habit of saying this about every opposition party he runs into. He goes to Bengal, he calls Mamta Didi the same names. He goes to Delhi, he calls Kejriwal almost in a similar, calls him out almost on a similar ground. Comes to Hyderabad, again says the same thing, repeats the same thing. If there is any substantive evidence of this purported alleged corruption, they should produce it in a court of law.
We heard from KT Rama Rao earlier in the show. Let's turn now to his great rival, Revanth Reddy, the Telangana Congress president, who is becoming slowly but surely the face of the Congress campaign and a potential chief minister if the Congress wins. Now, Revanth Reddy is someone who was tagged as an outsider. Once with the Telugu Desam, now he's part of the Congress. But he insists that he is going to fight what he says is family Raj in Telangana, claiming it is an election between the voters and one family. I caught up with Revanth Reddy over breakfast as part of our election on my plate show. Listen in to what he had to say. मूड कैसा है? ये कह रहे हैं कि कांग्रेस मोमेंटम है, लेकिन एरिथमेटिक अभी भी केसीआर के पास है, क्योंकि उनके पास बड़ा लीड था लास्ट टाइम. 18 आपका 29% था, उनका 47% था. आपको बहुत बड़ा स्विंग चाहिए टू डिफीट केसीआर. आसान नहीं है.
मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूं, हर मेडिसिन के लिए एक एक्सपायरी डेट रहता है. मेडिसिन कितना अच्छा भी हो, एक्सपायरी डेट के बाद उससे कोई फायदा नहीं. केसीआर इज एक्सपायरी डेट मेडिसिन, तो एक्सपायरी हो गए. अभी ज्यादा
कहां से ये कॉन्फिडेंस कहां से आ रहा है? जैसे मैंने कहा, जितने भी चुनाव 10 साल में हुए हैं वो केसीआर जीते हैं. फॉर 10 years जो भी चुनाव हुआ है केसीआर इज नंबर 1. फिर आप कह रहे हैं एक्सपायरी डेट. क्यों एक्सपायरी डेट? क्यों होगा एक्सपायरी डेट?
मलकाजगिरी पार्लियामेंट जहां से मैं जीता है, इंडियाज बिगेस्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी. I have 35 lakh voters in my parliament. असेंबली चुनाव में 2018 दिसंबर उनको 7 असेंबली में 3,75,000 मेजॉरिटी था. 3 महीने के बाद जो पार्लियामेंट चुनाव हुआ था, मुझे 11,000 वोट ज्यादा देकर मुझे जितवाए. तो 3 महीने में कैसे बदलाव आए? When he was having 3,75,000 मेजॉरिटी, 3 महीने में उनके कैंडिडेट को हरा दिए.
सर, 2020 हैदराबाद म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन, केसीआर नंबर 1, बीजेपी नंबर 2, यू केम नंबर 3.
Yes.
In many by-elections, you have not been able to defeat KCR.
Yes.
Do you admit at least KCR को हराना मुश्किल है? नामुमकिन तो कुछ नहीं होता, मुश्किल तो है. कि एडमिट करते हो कि नहीं?
एज इट इज कांग्रेस पार्टी के हिसाब से अगर बात किए तो मुश्किल है. जनता की तरफ से देखे तो आसान है, क्योंकि अभी जनता, तेलंगाना की जनता तय कर ले इस बार किसी हाल केसीआर परिवार को हराना है.
तो केसीआर वर्सेस जनता बन गया इलेक्शन।
केसीआर परिवार वर्सेस जनता, 4 उनके परिवार लोगों को 4 करोड़ लोगों के बीच में चुनाव हो रहा है। तो आप राजदीप जी, आपके एक्सपीरियंस से बोलो, एक परिवार के खिलाफ पूरा तेलंगाना खड़े रहकर चुनाव हराने के लिए कोशिश करे, कौन जीतने वाले?
नहीं, मेरा आपसे यही पूछना था कि कांग्रेस में ये कॉन्फिडेंस क्या कर्नाटका के बाद आपको आया है कि कर्नाटका में हमने कर दिया तो तेलंगाना में कर सकते हैं? क्योंकि जैसे मैंने कहा, कांग्रेस का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन भी वीक था। व्हेन यू टुक ओवर, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वाज वीक। आर यू टेलिंग मी दैट इन 2 years एवरीथिंग हैज चेंज्ड?
2 years बहुत लंबा रास्ता है कोई पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविटी करने के लिए, पार्टी को स्ट्रक्चराइज करने के लिए। भारत जोड़ो के बाद लोगों के दिमाग में कुछ सोच बदलाव आए। भारत जोड़ो 20 दिन था, अब विजुअल्स देखो, 4 मीनार, जहां पर आपका एमआईएम घट समझ रहा है। एक बार राहुल जी 4 मीनार के ने जो झंडा, तिरंगा झंडा लहराए थे, वो समय पर देखो कितने लाख लोग थे वहां पर।
So you are saying even MIM you will be able to take on in old city of Hyderabad?
Definitely.
Because
Definitely.
MIM has been dominant for 20-30 years here.
अब देखते रहो क्या होने वाले है।
What is the main issue? आपने करप्शन का मुद्दा उठाया है। They are saying Revanth Reddy has sold tickets. Who is he to talk about corruption? वो कहता है कि आप लोग हमको मैड डॉग कहते हैं, असली कुत्ता रेवंत रेड्डी, इस तरह की भाषा भी होती है। और कहते हैं करप्शन कौन रेवंत रेड्डी होता है हमारे बारे में बोलने वाला? यू हैव सोल्ड टिकट्स।
तो मैं एक बात, मैं इससे पहले भी आपके शो में बोला था, आज भी बोल रहा हूँ, पहले कांग्रेस पार्टी की तरफ से कोई चुनाव लड़ने का नहीं है। 50-60 सीटों में कोई टिकट मांगने वाले नहीं है। कांग्रेस तो ऐसे ही बेकार है, ऐसी भाषण दे रहे थे केसीआर, केटीआर। अभी बोलने लगे कि कांग्रेस के टिकट करोड़ों में बिक रहा है। मतलब कोई आदमी
हैव यू सोल्ड टिकट्स?
नो, कोई आदमी पागल तो नहीं होता है ना। उनका इन्वेस्टमेंट जहां पर लगा रहे बोल के जो आरोप आ रहा है, इसका मतलब क्या? साफ कांग्रेस पार्टी जीतने वाले है। दिस इज नंबर 2। कांग्रेस में कोई पीसीसी अध्यक्ष लेवल पे टिकट्स तय नहीं होते। देयर इज एन स्क्रीनिंग कमेटी फॉर स्टेट, देयर इज एन सीईसी में मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी, सोनिया जी, राहुल जी, प्रियंका जी, 16 सीनियर लीडर्स सब बैठकर हम 1, 2, 3 प्रपोजल दे सकते हैं थ्रू स्क्रीनिंग कमेटी। वी कैनॉट गिव एनी टिकट। तो वहां पर पूरा चर्चा होने के बाद एंड थर्ड पार्टी वेरिफिकेशन, सुनील कानुगोलू इज देयर। ही हैज टू वेरीफाई, ही हैज टू सर्टिफाई ईच एंड एवरी कैंडिडेट।
I want to tell you, Sunil Kanuguru is the Congress's election in charge. He is the backroom operator. He's fully focused at the moment on Telangana, planning the entire campaign. He's seen now as the Congress's answer to what Prashant Kishore once was in the BJP. मैं एक आखिरी सवाल आपसे पूछूंगा लेकिन कि रेवंत जी, मुख्यमंत्री कौन बनेगा? अगर कांग्रेस जीतता है, आप बनेंगे या कोई और बनेगा? क्योंकि इस पर भी कांग्रेस ने तय नहीं किया कि चीफ मिनिस्टर कौन बनेगा।
कांग्रेस के नेता बनेगा या आईसीसी तय करेगी कौन बनने वाले हैं।
नहीं, आप स्माइल कर रहे हैं। कहीं ना कहीं आपके स्माइल में मुझे, आर यू द चीफ मिनिस्टर फेस और नॉट? केसीआर पूछ रहा है कौन है, केसीआर पूछ रहा है कौन है कांग्रेस का फेस, बताओ।
एज ऑफ नाउ मैं पीसीसी अध्यक्ष हूँ, चुनाव लड़ने का फेस मैं हूँ। CLP एंड PCC इज लीडिंग द कैंपेन। तो पोजीशन के हिसाब से कुछ रिकॉग्निशन जरूर मिलेंगे। तो मैं पीसीसी अध्यक्ष हूँ, स्टेट पूरा कोने कोने पे मैं जा रहा हूँ, जलसा कर रहा हूँ। तो पब्लिक का एक्सेप्टेंस है, वहां तक हमारा ड्यूटी दिए, वो ड्यूटी कर रहे हैं। आगे कौन सी ड्यूटी देने वाले हैं पार्टी, क्या तय करने वाले, हमें भी पता नहीं है।
Well, before I leave you today, I want to look back at a trend in elections which is changing. Because remember, for a long time, poll campaigning merchandise like caps, badges, flags, they used to add color to political campaigns. But the campaign pitch is slowly moving to social media. So why do I then need poll merchandising? Take a look as I bid good night. This story from Jai Krishnan reporting from Jaipur is at the end of the good old cap, badges and poll merchandise. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe. Namaskar.
High-pitched election campaign in the land of deserts and vibrant colors. Many wait for this dance of democracy to return every 5 years to make brisk business. 2023 is different. As the poll campaign draws an end, poll merchandise like the Bandarwal or the saris and dupattas made in Rajasthani Bandhani are still lying in the shops instead of being sold out.
काफ़ी व्यापार में फर्क पड़ा है। 7-8 दिन दिवाली के जो गए हैं काफ़ी मंदा गया है। और वैसे भी चुनाव प्रचार में इस पर जो आपके सोशल मीडिया काम कर रहा है, डिजिटल मीडिया, सोशल मीडिया, इनके कारण वैसे भी जो फिजिकल मटेरियल है वो कम बिक रहा है।
मैं भविष्य ये देख रहा हूँ कि आने वाले भविष्य में झंडे वंडे का काम या तो खत्म ही हो जाएगा या बहुत ज्यादा कम हो जाएगा और लोग सोशल मीडिया पे ही सही प्रचार करने में ज्यादा भरोसा करेंगे।
The caps, headbands, flags and badges in different party symbols and colors are the only ones that sold well this time round.
Those involved in trading of this traditional election merchandise tells us that this industry is close to 150 to 200 crores in Jaipur, but it has shrinked by 50%, has reduced to 100 crores this time because of the growth of use of social media by the candidates and political parties. With camera person Manish Kumar from Jaipur, Jai Kishan Sharma, India Today.